Alright guys, I know I do so many garden update videos, but it's because it's my first garden that's this big and I'm super excited about it, so bear with me if it's annoying the crap out of you. It is the week before the May long weekend and we have a lot of work to do this week to get ready for the May long weekend because my dad's moving and he has a bunch of plants that he wants to save from his garden because he's moving from a townhouse to an apartment, so he has nowhere to put them. So I have to get the front garden ready because on Sunday of the May long weekend he's bringing all the plants down.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I am my base to get Oscar.
Really?
Oscar, I outside.
You are outside.
I am outside. This whole time.
Okay.
I am Joseph.
You are Joseph.
Mama,
Yes.
you don't have a hat.
I don't need a hat. He's hijacking the video. So the whole front garden needs to get cleaned out. There's mulch, there's like weeds. I think there's like phlox or something in there that's kind of overgrown and just needs to get cleared out. Yeah, I'll come in a second because we got some other things to plant. So anyway, point being, we have to clear out the front garden. We've got to plant the corn. I've got to finish putting the big wire rolls that I'm using as trellises. I've got to get them up. I have to plant the green beans and the cucumbers into the ground. I have to get the tomatoes out onto the front porch on Wednesday. There's a lot of things to do this week though. And there's like a week and a half of rain. And we're also going to check out the garden because we had a massive heat wave last week that was like just incredibly insane. I mean, like you can see how tanned I am. And that was just being outside for 2 days. And then we were outside a bit on the weekend because of birthday parties and stuff. But anyway, so let's check out the garden and then let's get some work done so that we can prepare for this weekend. Because I'd like to have everything good to go and ready by the end of the May long weekend so that we can relax. Are we going to show them the garden?
Yeah.
Okay, you show them the garden. We're going to start here. So I don't know if these are seeds that we planted or if it's seeds that fell from the tree. We do have some things sprouting here. And here's the reason I'm wondering. Because this has a green shoot and these have red shoots. So I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. So we'll have to see as it grows kind of what it is. Maybe it's the Swiss chard and they're different colors. I'm not sure. So there's one growing there. There's some more growing here with the red shoots. So I'm thinking the red shoots are supposed to be here. So maybe the green shoots aren't supposed to be here. So we have some sprouts though in this container. So nothing in this container yet. Oh, looks like we have something sprouting right there and right here. That could be spinach maybe. And then our last container, which is this guy, he has lots of sprouts. So all along here, which looks like it's all in a row, which I think it's maybe now supposed to be there because that we did like a row here, which again, sprout, 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 sprout. And then we have another sprout here and another guy here. So we have some things starting in the big containers, so that's exciting. So those are our big containers on the outside. Then when we come in, so I think some of our marigold got damaged in the sun. This guy wasn't blooming before and now he's growing a flower, so that's good. And they're pretty green and healthy. And then we have one of our containers of beans, which as you can see, we have a bean starting right here. I don't know if that is a tree that's growing or not. But yeah, that seems to be the only bean that is starting so far in this container. Then we have this one that is starting to flower. So black beans here, which we know grow very quickly and very well. I think this guy's actually sprouting because there's some dirt being disturbed, but he hasn't quite emerged. That might be it right now for in here. There is a bit of dirt moving, like movage here and potentially here. but that's not a sprout right there. Oh yeah, I think there might be something coming out there. But these two have definitely emerged. Joseph kicked over this bucket, which is either nasturtiums or the calendula, because we did one in each bucket. So that got dumped, and then I tried to put as much back in as I can. So we have no idea if anything's going to grow out of there, but nothing's sprouting in either one yet. Okay, so we have some sproutage here. So right there and right there. Nothing here yet. And then we have this big guy over here. So he's coming, and there's some disturbed dirt there, so that's going to come. And same with right there. It's starting to come out there, but it doesn't look like anything. Oh yeah, no, I lied. There is a sprout right there. Things are happening, so that's exciting. Then we have these two beautiful plants. Oh wow, look at the colors on that. That looks really nice. Wow, they are vibrant. Like, I don't even think this camera can really do it justice on how just beautiful those look. And then this guy's got a couple. This guy's gonna come out soon. And then this guy's gonna flower soon as well. And then here is our massive thing of peas, which you can actually see tons of shoots of peas. So this is what I didn't show you last time, but I planted a little trench around each stick. Okay, so you got all of these sprouting. Then what I did, let's see if I can get this right. So I did like a square in the middle here, and I planted peas all around the square. And then in the square, I did a little circle of peas. So this is our container that's overloaded with peas. And as you can see, we've got them like there, like they're everywhere. They are everywhere. So you can see them all coming out. So we're gonna have some good pea plants, I think. Then we have the beautiful garlic. Is huge, honestly, but our pest problem has not been solved, and something keeps digging. I think it's squirrels now. I think it's squirrels. Then in this area here was where we had all of our homegrown onions, which are pretty much all dying. So we're definitely gonna have to research onions a bit more. So we've got some good ones here that we could use for like green onions, but yeah, most of them are dead. But we did have a backup plan, and the backup plan is working out fairly well. So these are all the onion sets that we bought. So these guys, but again, like there's a huge gap from here to here. This one row right here, all of them are doing extremely well. I think these were the Spanish onions, if I'm not mistaken, and they are pretty spotty. And that just could be because, like, as you can see, the squirrels are just digging like crazy. Jerks, like, honestly, you know, see, like we've got a nice bulb there, and they just keep disturbing it. So let's see if we can get that back in and get it to grow. It's getting annoying now. But that's all the onions and all the garlic. And then we have a bunch of grass growing in the potato area. This is gonna be the giant potato patch if we can actually figure out how to get these dang potatoes to sprout. I'll show you upstairs what I'm talking about, because it is causing me a lot of grief. We have planted carrots and then one row of celery here, and it does not look like anything is coming up yet except for grass and tree parts. So not sure if maybe they're just not getting wet enough. It does say it could take a while for them to start sprouting, so stay tuned. We have a ton of peppers and tomatoes though, if they don't want to sprout. I did manage to get these peppers out though on the weekend. So right now we do have 2 rows of peppers in the garden and one lonely weed that we are going to take care of. Can't have any weeds. and my tomatoes, which tomatoes like heat, so I thought it would be fine. Oh, and it looks like something snapped this whole plant off, so that's fun. So I thought my tomato plants were high. They weren't quite tall enough to reach the fence, so I'm kind of training them to climb with the string. Some of them just aren't doing well, but some of them are doing all right. Just got to be very careful when we're walking in here. But yeah, like this guy, he just looks very sad. Oh, and you know what? It's because right there, he got twisted or pinched or something, and he's dying. So I don't know, we'll see if he completely dies or not. I think he will. We got more to plant in his place though, but like this guy, his first set of leaves don't look very healthy, but up here still looks good. So like I said, some of them, I know they're going through shock, so, and I understand and I can appreciate that they're having a rough time coming out of shock. I think they're making it though. I do. I think they're getting there. So these are the tomatoes. This is going to be tomatoes. Well, actually everything that has a cage on it right now is going to be tomatoes. I have to put the cages on these two things of T-posts here. And then this is going to be cucumbers with green beans on the back. And then this is going to be drying beans all around. But I might actually change that up and only put drying beans on the back, and then do some green beans and some peas kind of like here and then on the back there. So I mean, we'll see. Josh doesn't think that these tomatoes that are on the back side are going to grow very well, but hopefully they prove him wrong. And then we have our broccoli. Come on, buddy, stay on the path. Nope, come here. You got to either come here or get out, buddy. You can't walk around the garden right now. Okay, so last but not least, we have our potentially completely dead broccoli. It just doesn't look like it's really liking life, and the heat wave that we had last week really sucked a lot of life out of them. But I mean, like, some of them are doing all right. Like this guy's actually standing up on his own. This guy's standing up, that guy's standing up, so. And then back here in the path is where we planted the beets. I did not show you that. But yeah, so back there in the last 4 feet is where we planted beets. And then the carrots, or no, sorry, the corn is all gonna be in here, which I'd like to plant very soon. So, and then just to show you guys the front garden that has to get dug out. That's a tree stump we have to get out. This we have to get out. There's hostas and I don't know, some pretty purple flowers that we might have to move. Okay, so the children built a fort out of the mulch, which has its pros and cons. The bags are now splitting, which is fun, but now we have to move it all because this is the area that we're going to let my dad plant all the plants. Not like let him, he's giving us the plants. But we're gonna go all here, all in the front to the stairs, and then on the other side of the stairs. So I was thinking about extending it pretty much out to the walkway here. But yeah, that's a lot of bags of mulch we gotta move. Dude, stop, please. So. Yeah. It's a lot of work getting that out of there, so. All right, so to give you perspective, that's where the garden is. And so this is the other side of our property. We have a beautiful lilac tree here. And so what we're actually gonna do is plant our fruit in this area. The max we're gonna go is up to this little lilac bush here. Yeah. But we have well, hang on. So here's the fruit area. And then over here, so over in behind the picnic table and stuff, kind of under this dead tree right here, and beside the shed in front of the compost, I think is where our like squash area is going to be. So over here, so that way if it gets a bit shaded, not a big deal. I fail really hard at compost. I don't know what I'm doing. So anyway, yeah, so this is going to be all squash in this area here. Here's our resident woodpecker that likes to peck on the clothesline pole that we don't use. I really should. It's kind of a long ways from the house. But anyway, he likes to peck on that. And then he also likes to peck on the tower up here, which is connected to the house. So anyway, right now he's liking the clothesline right now. I mean, he does peck on the tree, but anyway. Anyway, yeah, I feel like I need to show him like what a tree is. I don't know. Maybe he can hear bugs in it and just is trying to get to them and can't. I have no idea. It's very confusing to me why he does that. But anyway, so this area is where I killed the grass with the tent. The tent was there for a good week and a half, and then it got annihilated by a windstorm to the point that it got like ripped apart and destroyed. So now we don't have a tent to go camping with, because we used to camp in the backyard. Trying to get the kids' stuff off the churchyard. But anyway, so I was thinking about putting wheat here, just because I have that giant bag of wheat. So I thought it'd be cool if we could get wheat in there. If not, no big deal. But I don't know, I thought it'd be cool. Yeah, and then so the fruit will go up here, and we have all the strawberry plants that are upstairs. I have 2 raspberry plants in the basement, 2 blackberry plants in the basement, and 2 blueberry plants in the basement. So as time goes on, we're gonna let it grow and extend. We'll take like the runners from the strawberries and plant more strawberry plants. And once we have good established plants with the raspberries and the blueberries and the strawberries and the blackberries, I think is the one I missed. But once we have some really good established plants, Josh is all about business. He loves business. So his idea though is once we get some good plants going and whatnot, to start like selling some of them. So that could be a possibility for the future for us, is potentially getting into selling some seeds and selling some clippings of plants. But this is our creek area. So right there. And so what I was thinking, because this is a hill, all down here is the hill. And so I was thinking of planting a couple of the apple tree plants that we have upstairs. I was thinking about planting like one over there and then maybe like one over here. I don't know. I do want to plant a couple apple trees though, because I think it would be really great. I was also thinking about trying to maybe sneak some down into like the conservation area and having them grow down there. We'll see. And yeah, so that way we can have like apples. And honestly, my other thought truly was like, so that way if I plant apple trees down there, then the wildlife can get the apples and leave my garden alone. And then in the other half of that is we could have apples that we could make like apple pie filling, applesauce, things like that. So it'd be like, I don't know, it'd be like a win-win. So that's what the garden looks like right now. I'd like to go and plant the corn if I can. I just like, the rain's coming around 3. I don't even know what time it is. It's 11. So I don't want them to like dry out. I don't know. But after our heat wave last week, the plants were looking really bad. And then the last couple nights we've gotten rain, and we got like a really heavy downpour like yesterday, after like late afternoon into the evening. So it was really good for the garden. And that's really kind of, I think, what brought a lot of things back to life. I'm not sure if I'm watering it enough, honestly. Like I don't know. So I'm glad it rained, and I'm glad we're getting like rain this afternoon, this evening, and tomorrow, which is why I like to get whatever else I have to plant in, like the seeds. I'd like to get that in if I can. So I got to stop talking to you and get my butt in gear